Welcome to this week's edition of Sun News at Noon. I'm Stockton Myers.
And I'm Frankie Medina. Thanks for tuning in.
Breaking news, Queen Elizabeth II dies at age 96 after 70 years on the royal throne. Prince Charles will now take over as the King of England.
The Day of Remembrance is among us. Tomorrow, the Utah Tech Student Association will be hosting their annual 9/11 ceremony in honor of those who lost their lives during the shocking tragedy. The ceremony will take place at 9 a.m. in front of the clock tower on campus. This event is open to the public. Come join the community with guest speakers, a performance, and the balloon release for the victims of 9/11.
If you or anyone you know is being harassed, discriminated, or hazed on campus, remember, Title IX is here for you. Title IX's mission on campus is to stop discrimination and harassment regarding class, race, or gender. Essentially, their goal is to make sure everyone is treated fairly and to provide safety on campus. What you might not know is that Title IX also provides special accommodations for women who are expecting. I spoke to the Director of Equity of Compliance in Title IX, Hazel Sainsbury, for more details on adapting to pregnancy on campus.
Title IX covers pregnancy and parenting students, and so essentially students who are expecting can come to our office to seek accommodations, and these accommodations can range from if you're an employee or if you're a student. And so when a student comes forward and is requesting accommodations related to their pregnancy or after pregnancy, we can work with their academic advisors, we can work with their professors to secure those accommodations for them. Same thing if you are an employee, we can work with HR to make sure that those accommodations are secure, because pregnancy accommodations are related to sex-based discrimination, because again, the only people who can get pregnant are females. And so that's what my office does. We facilitate those, whether you're a student or faculty or staff.
If you would like to get more details on the services Title IX provides, scan the QR code below.
The new Utah Tech University logo has struck again. The new logo paints the first Utah Tech bison. This bison stands in front of the Injury Smart Law's office, and it is encouraged that the public and community take part in sharing a picture with it. Injury Smart Law generously sponsored the works of the new bison.
All right, so a little bit about our bison. It was painted by a local artist named Lee Wiley. He named it Brad after his son. And as you can see, it's got ties to our heritage. Our firm believes that we're only as good as those around us and those that came before us. As a community, our community is only as good as what we make it. And so as we move forward with our community and our growing environment, it's important to remember the ties that started it all, whether that is pioneer ancestors, the local Native Americans, or the people that have moved here since that have helped to make St. George, Utah, and Washington County what it is today.
Looks like a great turnout for both Injury Smart Law and Utah Tech, and I'm looking forward to seeing more Utah Tech representation around town.
The Atwood Innovation Plaza is a resource many students don't know about. Here's Madison Dwiggins with more about the plaza.
Today I had the opportunity to interview Jeffrey Stewart, the director of the Atwood Innovation Plaza. Here's what he had to say about the resources within the Atwood Innovation Plaza.
The Atwood Innovation Plaza has 4 major resources for students. First, we have the makerspace, which you can see behind us here, where we can have we offer help to students who come in with ideas and they need to have things made, products developed, and prototypes made, small production runs. They can do that there. We have the Business Resource Center down the other hallway, where we actually help with launching businesses and business advice. If a student wants to start a new business, they go through some of the legalities, licensing requirements, etc. We have the Innovation Guidance and Solutions area, where we do patent research, intellectual property research, vet the product and see if it has a validity and if it can be protected by patents or copyrights. Then we have the Startup Incubator space, where we actually have space where students to come in and they can actually have a desk to work on their ideas and projects and be involved in the culture of the plaza. So those are the 4 major things that we offer here for students and community and faculty. Anybody who has an idea for a business, many of the businesses that are incubated here are not business majors, they're just people who have ideas and they want to see them to fruition. That's the big part of it, is making sure that your idea is protected, make sure that it has validity. Some ideas are not patentable, and some are, and most have the ability to be researched, and that's what we do in the Innovation Guidance Solution area. We think there's about 50 patents that have been applied for. Probably 370 students have been in here for validity, and I think about 50 patents have been applied for. We're not sure how many have been actually given. Hopefully we'll grow enough, we grow out of the building, and we'll probably have a spot down in the new district. That's kind of the long-term plan, many years out, but we're already seeing some needs here for more space. Well, I think the major idea down there is to have business and students and the university collaborate in the same building. So we're bumping shoulders with each other and we're working together. So it's not just students and the businesses will visit on occasion. There'll actually be businesses located in the building with us. That's the hope and the plan.
For Sun News, I'm Madison Dwiggins.
Thanks, Madison. I know I'll be utilizing some of the resources provided for students at the Atwood Innovation Plaza. Are you from out of town and in need of medical care? Look no further, because Utah Tech University's Booth Wellness Center is here to assist you. Many students that come from out of state are prescribed medications that require a doctor's visit before any refills. Since many students are not able to travel home for an appointment, the Booth Wellness Center hired psychologists and psychiatrists to assist out-of-state students with this issue. To see what other resources the Booth Wellness Center has to offer, scan the QR code below.
With a change in name comes even more changes for Utah Tech University community. Utah Tech is now using Outlook as their main email domain between students, faculty, and staff. It is important to note that all D numbers will not change. The new login will be your D number at utahtech.edu, along with the same password you've been using for your Google accounts. If you have any login concerns or questions, please contact IT, located on the first floor of the Holland building.
A bunch of guys on a boat. Yes, that is the Utah Tech University Theater Department's next show. Men on a Boat is a comedy based on explorers from the 1800s who are tasked to chart the Colorado River. If you want to take a ride down the Grand Canyon, the show runs from September 22nd to October 1st at the Eccles Main Stage. All performances start at 7:30 and admission is free. Now, I'm excited about Men on Boats, don't get me wrong, but I am so excited for February's show, which is their first musical in 5 years, which is The Drowsy Chaperone. What do you think about The Drowsy Chaperone?
You know, Stockton, it's very nostalgic for me, as I did play a couple of parts in Drowsy Chaperone in middle school, so I can't wait for the turnout.
Same here, I was in it too, so I'm so excited to see it.
After the break, we will check in with Reagan to see what's going on with Trailblazer Athletics.
Everyone loves a champion, someone whose performance puts them head and shoulders above the rest. But not all champions wear a medal or hoist a trophy. At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, we see champions everywhere we look. In every sport, on every court, we're building a foundation to ensure all athletes are safe, supported, and strengthened. We believe abuse can be prevented by taking a hard look at how we coach, how we train, and how we interact after the last whistle. We have provided over 2 million safe sport trainings. At the U.S. Center for Safe Sport, ending abuse is not just our job, it's our promise.
Maybe the rush of adrenaline has nothing to do with revolutions per minute, or the weightless gasp as you crest the hill. The land of adrenaline is called. Rise to it.
Hey there, Trailblazers. I hope you're enjoying these fine tunes on this afternoon. We're at the top of our hour and we have more music on the way, so stay tuned.
If the character is moving too fast for their stride,
Welcome back, Trailblazers. Let's dive into everything Utah Tech athletics. The Utah Tech University football team fell 56-33 in their season opener against number 7 Sacramento State University. The Trailblazers finished with 506 passing yards, the third most in Utah Tech's NCAA history. Utah Tech is set to take on former rival Chadron State University Saturday night at 7 in Greater Zion Stadium. While basketball is still in the process of finalizing their schedule, head coach John Judkins has accepted a 5-year contract extension. Judkins has been a coach here at Utah Tech University for about 18 years. He has been a role model to the team, and the Trailblazers could not be more excited about his contract extension. The Utah Tech women's soccer team scored the most goals in a single game since 2019 in their 5-0 victory over University of South Dakota. Goalkeeper Kayla Thompson played the full 90 minutes in goal, and with the help of her defense, held USD to only 2 shots the entire game. Tomorrow is senior night, and the Trailblazers will host Idaho State at 7:30 p.m. Utah Tech will also be hosting in-state rival Weber State Sunday at 1:30 p.m. Freshman midfielder Abi Gomez was ejected from the Utah Tech University men's soccer game against University of California, San Diego following 2 yellow cards. The Trailblazers were forced to play a man down for a majority of the match and fell to UC San Diego 1-0. Gomez is ineligible to play in the Trailblazers match tonight at California State University, Bakersfield. Utah Tech University volleyball earned their best percentage of the season thus far in their game against California State University Fullerton, with a .233 percentage. This was done by 43 kills from 113 attacks with 11 errors. The Trailblazers took down Cal State Fullerton in 3 matches. They are now 3-0 overall on the season. The team will head to California this weekend to take on University of California, Berkeley, University of Nevada, and Tennessee State University. The Utah Tech University cross-country teams participated in the George Kite Classic in Arizona this weekend to open the 2022 season. Junior Grace McLaughlin placed the highest of the Trailblazers with a 5th-place finish in the 2.5 mile. Her time was 15 minutes and 44.2 seconds. The women's team placed 3rd overall, and the men's team placed 4th overall out of 4 teams in attendance. Cross country is just getting started, and the Trailblazers will be back running at the UC Riverside Invitational September 17th. I had the opportunity to sit down with Athletic Director Ken Beazer and discuss how he plans to keep traditions alive here at Utah Tech University. You talked about the 3 T's also in the press conference, so I wanted to touch on that, the 3 T's being tassels, tradition, and titles. Right. And you mentioned how you plan to work with the community to maintain these traditions. What specific traditions do you hope to maintain and why?
You're going to see the first one rolling out when we play SUU in football this year.
Really?
And this goes back, this goes back years when the 2 schools used to play each other. They had what's called a victory axe that would transfer back and forth between schools and who won the football game. And the 2 universities, not just athletic departments, the 2 universities have been working with each other, and they're developing a victory axe, and it's going to be Battle of the Victory Axe again. And that's one of the traditions that I think has, carried over from the onset of the institution when it went into athletics up until now. And that's going to be really fun. And the other traditions, you look at even back in the days when we were a junior college, such great traditions and such great loyalty what they're doing, and we're reaching back into there and also trying to pull some of those traditions out. But the main thing we're going to do is, with these facility upgrades that we're doing, is we're putting in a Hall of Fame. And this Hall of Fame is going to chronologically be able to tell the story of the institution from its first intercollegiate days, not even intercollegiate, when they first started playing athletics, and all the way through to where we're at right now. And it's quite a transition. And it's
Very much so.
Yeah, it's going to be recognizing and honoring some of the great teams and coaches. It's kind of a who's who of coaches as well here, as you'll be able to go through and see that. And so those are some of the traditions that we're going to reach back and pull out and honor and embrace as we go forward. Because I truly think that, and I've said this before, that your athletic department is only as strong as the foundation of its past. And so that's what we're looking to build upon and secure that foundation.
That's really cool. I think securing the foundation is really important, especially with all the changes going on. I think it's really important that everyone feels very grounded in our rich history, and especially with athletics. So that's really cool. After the break, I'll join Stockton and Frankie for a special Meet the Anchors segment.
Throughout history, each pivotal moment every major transformation
and all consequential advancements came at a price.
A price paid through immeasurable effort, sacrifice, and grit.
But only greatness emerges from immense pressure and a willingness to alter the status quo.
Building on over a century of trailblazing, Utah Tech University is on the rise.
as one of the fastest growing,
most affordable, and rapidly evolving institutions in the nation.
Utah Tech offers transformative experiences
for all disciplines through our more than 200 academic programs.
whether in art,
Business,
humanities,
health sciences,
education, or STEM.
Utah Tech students imagine, create, and innovate
through active learning and real-world experiences.
in one of the most desirable and scenic locations in the world.
Honoring the past, dominating the present, and forging the future.
we are Utah Tech University.
Welcome back. As our second show of the semester draws to a close, we thought it might be fun to introduce ourselves and play a little game with my co-anchors Frankie and Reagan. And hopefully, by the end, you'll know us a bit better. So let's start with introductions. I'll start. My name is Stockton Myers. I am born and raised from St. George, Utah. And I'm a senior, and I am a media studies major. We brought some baby pictures with us. So we thought it might be fun just to show a little bit of ours. So if we can pull up mine, that'd be great. There we go. Aww. On the right there, that's my mom. And yeah, I'm still mama's boy, I'm afraid to say. And in the middle of that truck in the back there, yeah, that truck in the back was actually the same car that I drive right now, which is hilarious because that's been in my family for so long. Frankie, please go ahead.
So I'm Frankie. I am from Covina, California. I am an English major, but minoring in media studies. I am a junior. And yeah, that's me. I do have some baby pictures as well. There it is. A little crazy hair on the right side, but that's okay.
Looks sassy.
Look at that little bean in the middle.
I was a bit of a chubby baby.
Those are the best babies.
They are.
And then, of course, Reagan, you're returning once again, but in a different role.
I am. I'm Reagan Morse. I'm from Grand Rapids, Michigan. I am a sophomore media studies major, minoring in communications. Pull up the baby pictures. Let's see what we have here.
I love this so much. You look so sassy in the
I
beach
feel like
picture.
it kind of describes my personality, so
it really does.
need I say more?
Yeah.
I saw it
a lot of
immediately thought.
do you like being in front of water a lot?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you like being in the water?
Yeah, I'm an outdoors girl.
Yeah, that makes sense. You sent
There you go.
you sent me down a cliff last semester, so that checks.
I did do that.
All right. So here's how this is going to work. I'm going to give Frankie or Reagan statements, and they have to tell who the statement pertains to. To make this more interesting, we decided to have our wonderful producer, Madison Dwiggins, give some statements as well to add to the choice pool. And we also have some pictures from Madison as well. Oh, I love the one on the left because she looks like she owns like a talking dog and is ready to solve some mysteries. But yeah, also that dog on the right is just like so. I never had a dog that big in childhood. I had a little teacup poodle, so I'm a little jealous. All right. So, you guys ready?
Yes.
Awesome.
I'm ready for anything.
We'll start with Reagan. You have to guess whether the statement belongs to me, Madison, our producer, or Frankie here. You
Okay.
ready?
All right.
Okay. So, pick a number between 1 and 3.
3.
All right. As a kid, one of their favorite snacks was chopped bananas and pickles in a bowl together.
I'm gonna go with Frankie. Frankie would like weird foods.
Is that your final answer?
Yeah.
I'm afraid that was me.
I can't say I'm too surprised about that one either.
There was a weird point in my life where I had some really weird like taste buds things. I think all kids go through that. I think it's like maybe like because like we don't like super sweet things anymore, but as a kid we loved it. You know, so I think it kind of has to do with that sort of phenomenon, I think.
Yeah. There you go.
All right. So that's no points for you. Frankie,
Take it.
pick a number between 1 and 3.
2.
2. Okay. Loves to read horror books but they're not that scary to read, they say.
I'm going to go with Madison. I think that's a Madison thing.
Is that your final answer?
No, I'm going to go with Reagan.
Well, you should have stuck with Madison because that was the correct answer, so I don't know what you're going on about. You guys stink at this, you know?
How are we supposed to know?
Trust. Bonding.
I should have trusted my instincts. I knew it was Madison.
Yeah.
You threw me off a cliff and you don't know me.
Feel like I know you, Stockton.
Let's keep going. Pick a number between 1 and 3.
1, since it hasn't been chosen yet.
All right. They would ditch sports practice in high school to go chill in a parking garage and eat snacks.
Frankie.
Final answer?
Frankie's the only one I know who's played sports, I think.
You don't
Don't get offended. You're a theater kid. I know that.
I thought I could get it. Yeah, it's Frankie. Can you tell us a little more about that?
So I played water polo all throughout high school since I was 8, and I would ditch practice, which I don't recommend because you will get in trouble. But I would ditch practice with my friends to go to this parking garage that all of the students that I went to high school with would go to. And we would go to the gas station across the street, grab some snacks, and just go sit on the parking lot floor, which is kind of gross now that I think about it. And we would just eat some snacks.
That was the thing.
Yeah, that was the thing.
to do.
Yeah,
That feels like
cool
a sitcom hangout. You know what I mean?
Like it was a tradition.
Like
yeah.
the coffee shop and Friends or something like that. For you, it was a parking
It was the
garage.
parking garage. Yeah.
Well, let's keep going. So you have 1 point. Congrats. Frankie, pick a number between 1 and 3.
2.
2. Okay. Their mom actively encouraged them to stay out super late. This was because they liked holing up at home.
I'm going to go with Madison.
Madison?
Yes.
Final answer.
Yes.
Wrong. It was me.
Goodness.
Basically, whenever I was done with everything I needed to do at high school, I didn't really hang out with people all too much unless it was like a big get together, but that didn't happen all too often. So my mom never really enforced my curfew on me because she was like, break curfew, dang it, go do something.
Go be a teenager.
And I'm like, Mom, no.
Forcing you out the house.
Yeah, exactly. So no points for you, Reagan. You're in the lead. Last question for you.
All right.
Pick a number between 1 and 3.
3.
All right. This is good. Okay. They threw lemons from their lemon tree into the streets and would attempt to throw lemons into the open windows of moving cars.
Wow. I want to say Frankie,
Final answer.
but maybe I'll go with Madison.
You gotta stop second guessing yourself. It was Frankie.
Okay. It's my bad.
Don't doubt yourself. Make your dreams come true. Anyway.
I should have.
I mean, like,
I should
there...
have stuck with you. You were hanging out in parking garages, throwing lemons.
I did the same thing in our church parking lot with pomegranates. There was a pomegranate bush right behind the shed of the church, but we never threw into moving cars like you maniac.
That makes me feel half better. I know. I don't know what. It was like the cousins all together, and they were like, "What can we do?" And yeah, we got in a lot of trouble.
Well, it makes for good memories. All right, last one overall. Frankie, are you ready?
Yes.
Pick a number between 1 and 3.
1.
All right. Okay. Sorry, I had to make sure I got this right. Their weakness is anything from the freezer aisle. Anything. Even crappy corn dogs.
Okay. I want to say it's Reagan.
Final answer.
Yes.
Well, yeah, I mean, I hadn't named her yet, so obviously it was going to be that. What about the freezer aisle is so alluring to you?
Don't know, but I consider myself a pretty healthy eater, but corn dogs, Hot Pockets, ice cream, the freezer aisle is just so exciting. You walk in, you could have anything you want. It's amazing. So that's my guilty pleasure.
Now, I know we're running a little over on time, but I do have to ask, do you have like a favorite brand of like frozen pizza or something like that? I know you just said you eat healthy, but then again, it's the freezer aisle.
I wouldn't say I have probably DiGiorno's.
DiGiorno's, yeah. You can go wrong with DiGiorno.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of like those really cheap Tostino's party pizzas.
Oh, there you go. Those are good.
Yeah, but like you always feel like garbage afterwards. But it's the freezer aisle, so what can you do?
It's just exciting.
Well, I hope you all got to know us a little better, and we cannot wait to continue this journey together with you through this semester. Thank you.
Before we go, we have a little surprise for Stockton.
Should I be scared?
Maybe.
Just a little
depends. Today is Stockton's birthday. So we have crowns and a gift.
Oh, crowns? I get
at
to
that.
be. Oh my goodness.
I guess we all have them. Here, Frankie.
Oh, yes, join me in royalty.
And you have a gift.
Really?
Yes.
Do I open it now or do I open it later?
Why not?
Okay.
See what we gotcha.
Well, thank you so much. Oh, it's just a whole bunch of things. But you got me a GameStop gift card.
Only for Stockton.
Only for Stockton.
Wow.
Only for Stockton.
Yeah, only for me. Like, if I gave this to one of you guys, you would like straight up just
I'd
be
probably give it to you.
Yeah, you'd probably like, thanks. And I'd be like, oh, that's a shame.
We'd regift it and give it back to you.
Well, I mean, thank you guys so
Yeah,
much.
of
I
course.
really appreciate
Happy
this.
birthday, Stockton.
Hope
we
you like
appreciate
the candy
you.
options in there.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Kit Kat's my jam.
We appreciate you, and we're grateful for everything you do for the show. So
Oh,
thank you.
Thank you. I'm blessed to have friends like you guys. So thank you.
And that's it for this week's edition of Sun News at Noon.
We will see you here next week, same time, same place.
Have a great week, Trailblazers.